Urgent news. Bitcoin is on the brink of breaking out all-time highs of a kryptonite pattern, which is going to moonshot this thing skyward of 100,000. You must be prepared for this. In order to do that, you must build the most perfect altcoin portfolio. So today, I'm going to give you the top 10 altcoins that I think should be in your portfolio. They're going to 10x by the end of the year if Bitcoin breaks out and shoots to 100,000. You know what time it is? Time to pump it up.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump.
From making millions of dollars as a day trader for 15 years and now mentoring students who are making $18,000 in a day, to making millions running an online course and coaching business and now mentoring students who are making $70,000 per month. I know how to make money online, but it's time to give back. So I'm going to give away over $10,000 worth of my online day trading and entrepreneur courses for absolutely free. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, and I'll be running a small budget of advertisements retargeting people who subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now and be on the lookout for that secret advertisement that will give you access to all my programs for free. All right, guys, first and foremost, this is not financial advice. Never listen to anybody who's been trading for almost 20 years, ever. If you've been doing this for 5 months, listen to your own thoughts, okay? You're the smart one here. I'm the idiot loser, so don't listen to anything I have to say. But if you feel like expanding your mind a little bit, maybe let's take a grander look at what is going on in Cam Fous's brain. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Do your own due diligence, but this is what I'm gonna do with my money, okay? You guys, Bitcoin is on an imminent path to break out all-time highs, okay? I was a little worried because we had this massive sell-off, but we are holding the 13, 9, and 20 EMAs here. So the trend is still very much intact, of which, if we do break out of this pattern, we could definitely see a moonshot to 100K, which is what everybody's talking about. And if we get up to 70 to 80K, it's not going to stop there, okay? It's going to reach 100K. People are going to keep buying until it reaches 100K or higher, and then we're probably going to come back down. There's going to be a moonshot. We don't know what's going to happen because guess what? As I tweeted November 12th, I said sometimes people need to be reminded how very normal a 20 to 30% pullback in Bitcoin is, resulting in a 30 to 60% pullback in altcoins. It's normal. It's to be expected, as we have seen time and time again. I'm not betting the farm here. If all of a sudden Bitcoin reverses and looks like this is a false breakout, this could easily pull back 20 to 30%, which is going to lead to altcoins and every coin I talk about in today's video eating shit probably 50% each. Okay, so you need to be known that that's very possible. Okay, so when I trade, I usually have stop losses in place so that if things don't go my way, I don't lose 50% of my portfolio. That's how I operate. I'm a day trader. I do have a HODL account, which I'm holding things longer term, which I'll be buying the dip on. But for my short-term trading portfolio, which is mostly what's going to be talked about in today's video, I always have stops in place. And if things are going to reverse 20 to 50 to 60%, I don't hold through that. I stop out for a small loss and I look for the opportunity again once things shape up. With that being said, let's take a look at the top 10 portfolio of coins you should be holding if Bitcoin holds the trend and we just skyrocket to 100,000 after we break out all-time highs. First and foremost, we're going to take a look at QI USDT. This is Benki, okay? This is a DEX platform built on Avalanche, okay? If you have been watching Avalanche, AVAX recently ripped all-time highs. I'm definitely bullish on AVAX. I don't hold AVAX, but typically when I see, smart contract systems, I look what's underneath that hasn't moonshotted yet that we can get into at a better price with a better risk reward that can make, 10x gains in a very short amount of time because it's a much smaller market cap and the chart actually looks better. I wouldn't buy AVAX up here. It just made a massive move. But when I was looking at Benki, whatever this thing is called, QI, we had this consolidation here, which was a good buy at 13 cents. Then we flagged again here, and I started buying the dip down here at about 16.9. And if you're in my Telegram group, you would have heard this first because I alert everything there first. Long idea, QI, 16.9, hyped story, DEX platform on the AVAX. Here's my stop losses. Here are my profit targets, okay? And now the chart and pattern here was perfect, okay? I was looking for this to break out, and I even tweeted today. I said, QI, AVAX DEX platform, juiced up and ready for launch, okay? Brief interruption from our sponsor today, which is Decentralotto.com. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys had bought a lottery ticket hoping to win a large prize pool. And that's exactly what they're doing with Decentralotto, but they're doing it on the blockchain in a pretty unique way. Right now, all you got to do is enter the dApp and buy as many tickets as you wish. The more you buy, the cheaper the price. Remember, each ticket is a chance to win. Now you've bought your tickets. Now you have a chance to win the jackpot. The draw will happen weekly and your winnings will be in Delo. So you're basically buying a lottery ticket in crypto, and then you get rewarded in the actual Delo token. Let's take a look at the Delo token, which if you were in a jackpot back down here and won, that would be now a 5x return at its current price. So that's a pretty big win-win situation where you can get rewarded in a token that could potentially 5x. Currently on the platform, they say you have a 3.62% chance of winning, and the total jackpot is $41,000. How this jackpot is actually created is there's an 8% tax when people purchase the token that then Decentralotto then allocates 8% of all the money that's being purchased of the token into the jackpot. In addition, 50% of all the purchases of the actual tickets then go into the jackpot. So every week the jackpot keeps getting bigger and bigger based on how many tickets are purchased, as well as how many coins are people buying on the decentralized exchanges of the Delo token. So 3.62% chance to win $41,000, and you can buy as many tickets as you want. Thanks for our sponsor, Decentralotto.com. I timed this basically perfectly. I didn't know this was going to happen, but then Binance came out about 30 minutes later and said, we're about to list QI on our platform, and this thing just skyrocketed 40%. So a massive move, a big win for the Wolfpack in the Telegram group, because we were all in prior to this, and I even forewarned it on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me at Cameron Fous. If you want to get into early stages of all my alerts, definitely join the Telegram group with the link below. We call it the Wolfpack. I'm definitely bullish on QI. That is one play that I think has a lot of potential to break out all-time highs and continue skyward from here. Today is day one of the breakout. I'm still holding. I haven't locked in any profits. It did hit T1, my first profit target. It has barely missed my second profit target because I'm always locking in profits on the way, whether it be locking in 10% here, locking in 20% here, locking in 30% here. I'm never trying to guess what is the perfect exit. I'm always locking in gains on the way up and accumulating profits and cash, because there's going to be other opportunities that I'm going to want to be a part of. If I have all my money locked into all the plays, then I have no free capital to actually buy a new opportunity. Okay. So I'm always locking in gains along the way up, along my big winners, because I always want to have free capital to either buy the dip if all of a sudden things crash, or ensure that I make money. Because when we look at QI, what happened last time? All these people rode this thing up. A lot of people are probably still bag holding, hoping, praying to God that this thing reaches all-time highs, but never locked up any gains. This thing ripped 0.01 to 40 cents. Okay. What's that? A fucking 4,000% return? If you don't lock in any gains on that, you're a fucking idiot. So always be closing, lock in 10, 20, 30% along the way up, set profit targets, because you're never going to pick the top on any play ever. Lock in gains, and then allow yourself free capital to buy the dip when that happens, because we all know it happens every single time, 100% of the time. So that is play one, my friends. Play number two is none other than XRP. Okay. I'm still long, still strong. You know, I put out another video saying, you know, getting in 500K worth of XRP. I initially was getting in. I had some about 136,000 in my futures. I stopped out on this fucking shit show day, but I still have about $305,000 worth in my Exodus account. We still don't know what's going to happen with the SEC case. Overall, I think the most likely scenario is that they're going to get slapped with a fine. It's not going to be listed as a security. And then it's going to see a massive adoption of buying. A lot of other big corporations and banking systems are going to adopt it. XRP and Ripple is going to consider going public as a security, and it's going to be relisted across the world on all the exchanges it was booted from. And there's going to be a shitload of buying on XRP. It could go into the top 3 market caps of the entire crypto industry. This is my largest position on XRP. Okay, maybe it drops 50% in a day and they lose, and something bad happens and I lose 150 grand. I can live with that. But overall, I'm very bullish on XRP. So that's number 2. Number 3, Blocktopia. Okay, if you were in the Wolfpack Telegram group, you would know that I listed this area here. I said, if we go into this box, guys, fucking buy up some block. Okay, don't go balls deep. Set limit orders throughout this area, because we could easily see a continued pullback in this range, which from top to bottom was 42%. So a very volatile play, as we had seen after the initial ICO, that massive run up. But I was looking for the dip buy and block. I got in at 0.69, 0.62, and 0.585. I still have limit orders all throughout the lower ranges here, but I think I got about $60,000 worth of block as of right now, and now we're pumping back up. I definitely like BLOK, Blocktopia. Market cap is currently 714 million. As far as the metaverse goes, I think they could be a major player. I actually talked to them about getting some office space in there, as far as just basically advertising for my own personal companies, but we have KuCoin in there, BitBoy, Binance, Jake Paul has partnered with them as well. So they have a lot of good things going on inside of this metaverse. Metaverse is obviously going to be the fucking future. So we're trying to find out which ones are going to be the best ones to get into. And I think Blocktopia definitely has a compelling argument to be one of the major players in this game. So I dip bought BLOK, thought that was a great buying opportunity as we were dipping in there. I would like it to drop more. I wanted this to go even lower because as the price got lower, my buy orders got bigger. Okay. So I didn't get in a massive position. I wanted to buy over $100,000 worth. I only bought about $60,000 worth. And now we're up, decently from my lowest buy at 585, now up to 0.86. So close to a double on the lowest, not close to a double, maybe about 40-50% on BLOK. The next one that we have here is PBX, of which we initially got in for a massive run, 16, rode this thing all the way up to 42. We pulled about a 200% gain on the last alert. If you saw my other videos, and if you're in the Telegram group, you were part of this play when we got in here on the dip and rode this massive spring up. I then recently repurchased on the dip on PBX, alerted in the Telegram group. We were oversold on the daily chart, coming back down into the demand zone and bought the dip. And now we're looking up nicely on PBX. Paribus IO market cap 14 million. So super small market cap. Okay. Obviously everything with ADA, this is an ADA DEX. Okay. Everything with ADA is moving very slow, but this is a DeFi platform. Cardano. Okay. Cardano is yet to really make its big moves yet. Everybody is holding on to ADA. Everyone who's hodling it is fucking losing their shit, just like XRP. They're missing out in the bull run because they're so fucking wrapped up in ADA. ADA is probably not going to move very much, but Paribus, being that it's such a small market cap of just 14 million, this thing has big moves in it, just like we saw when we ripped it for 200%. Now I'm in on the dip. I think we have potential to, one, we hit my first profit target here, then I have T2 and T3 and then beyond going in here on Paribus. So definitely bullish on Paribus. I have about $100,000 in Paribus as well. Next one, guys, is XTM. This is a little bit more speculative play. Tourum, which is a revolutionary social-fi metaverse ecosystem designed to connect the world of cryptocurrency users. This is basically what you would call a Twitter app for the cryptocurrency community. Are they going to pull this off? They say they have exclusive investors from KuCoin Labs and Huobi Adventures. I don't really know. The fact that they are in the metaverse, or they're claiming to be in the metaverse, which is, I don't know how they're claiming to be in the metaverse. I haven't looked too deep into it. From my point of view, it looks like it's just a DEX platform and a Twitter platform built on the same thing. They're claiming themselves that they are in the metaverse. It doesn't matter what any of these guys do. What matters is the image they portray and the marketing that can be portrayed. As if you watched my other video, how do you find the top altcoins to buy before everyone else? You look for a good chart, number one, and then you look to what is the story that can back up this chart that can continually find more and more idiots to buy at extreme high prices. So what is this? This is a social network platform built on blockchain, of which nobody likes censorship. They want decentralized social media. Metaverse is big. So this is a uncensored, decentralized social media metaverse application with DeFi built in and a bunch of other stuff. So the story behind this, this has got so many things, this could be the next big thing. I don't care really what it is. The actual platform isn't that impressive, but the fact that that's what they're claiming themselves as, and they have NFT marketplaces as well, this could spread, have some virality to it, which is going to get people to buy into it. As we saw on the price in the ICO, pumping it up. I got in with the wolf pack. We bought the dip down here. We rode this up and now it's coming back down, retesting support again. See, I do have stops in place, but if we break out all-time highs of this 1 hour chart kryptonite, because this is relatively new on KuCoin, then these are my profit targets going forward. Okay. And if Bitcoin rips all-time highs, then we're definitely going to see a massive move on Tourum. The fact that it's in this decentralized social media and the metaverse, that's a story that people are going to buy into, and the charts there. So I definitely think this has potential. Next up is Hero. I have not a massive position. I actually want this thing to dip lower, but this is another metaverse play. Meta Hero, market cap of 579 million. Meta Hero, the gateway into the metaverse. Ultra HD meta scanning technology. As far as I know, basically making it so that you can scan your own body and make like a real version of yourself into the metaverse. Yes, that sounds cool. The thing that I think a metaverse is going to be really big with a lot of people is that people don't like who they are and they want to be something else in the metaverse. So while I think this is a cool idea, I think the metaverse is going to be dominated by insecure, degenerate people who want to be something else because they suck at in real life. Okay, that's just where I think a lot of the metaverse traffic is going to go in the future. I think it's going to be a very toxic place, even more toxic than social media already is. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. As far as the story behind this, if I'm not mistaken, they are partnered with the people who did Cyberpunk as far as part of the development team. So that is a story that people are looking for. They're like, okay, what's the nugget behind this? What's the team? Oh, wow, they're backed by the Cyberpunk team. Okay, so that's kind of the story and the hype behind MetaHero, and the fact that they're just in the metaverse space is all you really need to see a chart pump up, as we saw in the first initial run. Now we have the dip, so I am long the dip, getting in. I can't remember where we got in. Let me see where we alerted. Long hero in the 11s, 30% size. Okay, so we got in hero down here on this dip in the 11s, and now we're, not significantly up. As I said before, I'm not in big. I would like to actually see this more oversold. I would like to see the iconic FX fear and greed indicator be in the more so oversold territory, and I would like to see one last dump into this range, even as low as 10 or lower, to get in on a MetaHero. But I am bullish on MetaHero. The story's there, metaverse, the chart is recent, so we're gonna see a dip on this recent run up, and we're gonna see a spike, and then potentially all-time high breaks. If we break all-time highs, could definitely see a massive move. Atlas is another one that I've been talking about for a long time, as we started getting in under 9 cents here, and we bought in more here, and then we rode this massive run up of about 140%. I locked in about 30% of my profits up here near the top, and I actually just re-added over here. This definitely has more potential to come back down, maybe even down to 12 cents. But currently, if we look at my Phantom, I started with about $45,000, and now that's worth $110,000. And I have 627,000 of Star Atlas. Star Atlas is one of the coolest looking metaverse games that's built on the Solana network. It's got a market cap of 355 million. And it's actually really cool. If you watch this trailer, it looks absolutely stunning. And basically, they're kind of like the Ready Player One, where in Ready Player One, you had to find the 3 keys or whatever it was. In this, they give you a little teaser saying there is a diamond the size of the planet. And basically, they're saying who's going to find it first. And I think that's part of like the whole initial season 1 of Star Atlas, is this search for the diamond-sized planet. And you basically get to choose your factions. There's going to be a bunch of NFTs as far as buying a bunch of these cool ships and how you play that. As far as the graphics goes, this is the best looking graphics of any metaverse game that we have seen to date. I'm definitely bullish on Star Atlas, and I'm extremely bullish on Solana. So the fact that we have metaverse gaming Solana network with the best looking graphics I've seen, I think this is a win-win situation for Star Atlas. So currently I have about over $100,000 in Star Atlas, which started at 45,000, and now I'm already up over double on Star Atlas. Next one is Galax, which is a mother effer, because I did get stopped out when we saw that big washout on Galax, and now this thing's like what, fucking up double from the lows? Come on now. No, about 53%. I'm not back in on GLAX, but this is one that I do like, and it still is actually pre-breakout of the symmetrical triangle breakout pattern, because I did get in here initially in our Wolf group, but then we saw that massive fucking washout where I stopped out for a small loss. It's kind of just been on a massive trajectory up since then, but we're coming back into the descending support or resistance. The story and the hype behind Gala on KuCoin, the ticker is GLAX. Why it's like that, I don't know. On Binance, it's GLA. Also on CoinMarketCap, it's GLA. GLA. Market cap of 742 million. The guy who founded this is one of the co-founders of Zynga, right? Zynga is like the team behind all the fucking play to earn games on Facebook, like the farm games that were all fucking super obnoxious. I don't know why anybody played them, but they were making millions and millions and millions of dollars through those, okay? And Gala Games is by the co-founder of the guy who started Zynga. So that's a big story. They're probably going to do something similar as far as what they had success on Facebook, but now they're going to do it in the gaming and NFT industry. So Gala could have a massive upside potential. I'm looking to get back in. I'm not back in yet, but I definitely think this is bullish. If Bitcoin breaks out all-time highs, this is probably going to break out all-time highs and absolutely pump. The next one, guys, is Mover, which has been a son of a gun, okay? Because we were in a few times. We were in here on this breakout. I locked in 25% profits. Then they saw this massive move. It was like a 40% spike. I don't know what the news is. I never looked into it, but then I got stopped out again. After that came and dumped down. Then we saw all the altcoins dip, saw Bitcoin dip. So it sucked to see that happen. But now I'm back in again, 379 on Mover, Moon River, my friends. Market cap 905, almost $1 billion market cap smart contract system, which we call the Moon River Solidity smart contracts on Kusama. So I'm definitely bullish on this. I like what I see. It's just like, you know, looking at Luna, Avalanche, Ethereum. This is just another one of these smart contract systems. Is it going to be a next big one that actually a lot of people use? Who knows? Okay, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that all these are going to run. DOT's going to run, Solana's going to run, Avalanche is going to run, Luna's going to run, Ethereum going to run. They're all going to run. We don't know which one's going to run the most, but we know they're all going to run, especially if Ethereum and Bitcoin run. Okay, so I'm kind of diversifying my money across a lot of these. Moonriver is one of the most volatile out of all of them. While there is the biggest downside risk and the most volatility that we could see a big spike to the downside, it is the most likely probable one to see the next 100% gainer or 10x gainer, just due to the fact that the liquidity is a little bit low and it has the ability to make massive moves like we saw the first initial run, 174 upwards of 489 in just a few weeks time. Okay, so I like Moonriver because if all the other smart contract systems are going to run, so is Moonriver, and it's probably going to see the highest percentage return out of all of them. Currently back in Moonriver, definitely bullish on this. ENJ, I like this one. I have this in my HODL account. And if we break these all-time highs, made that massive run up, coming back down into the support of the 9, 13, and 20 EMAs. Now we're flagging. If Bitcoin breaks out all-time highs, I think ENJ is going to make a massive run. I have this in my HODL account. We got in the low 2s, still long and strong. I definitely think this has a lot of upside. And then, as I said, definitely bullish on Solana. This is my second largest holding in my HODL account. DOT, another one that I'm definitely super bullish on if Bitcoin breaks out all-time highs, okay? DOT made that all-time high run, and now it's coming back down. And it's actually, this is a bear trap or a bull trap right now, right? So it's not looking actually that great, but it really all just depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can hold this trend and see an all-time high breakout, everything is gonna fucking pump. We can't ignore the fact that we haven't seen really that big of a pullback yet in the markets. We can't ignore the fact that this could be a fucking bull trap. And then we dip right here and see a 20 to 30% decline. Likely if we do see the decline, things are gonna pull back to about 51.5. That would be my estimate, potentially even lower. As I said in my Telegram group, if we do see that 20 to 30% dip, I'll probably wire in another $250,000 into my actual business HODL account to buy the dip. Okay, but as far as my day trading account goes and all the coins I mentioned in this video, if Bitcoin drops 20 to 30%, I'll stop out of them for very baby losses and not be affected by a massive dip. So that's how I operate. But anyways, guys, I do have other holdings. I'm still long Wild or Network and Wild and Mana. I have Mana in my HODL account. If you want to look, we got in Mana at 85 cents and 99 cents. I don't HODL. I'm a day trader, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a $250,000 into my account. As I tweeted, said, you just deposited $250,000 into your HODL account. What do you buy? Okay. And now the balance on the HODL account, $426,000. I basically doubled my HODL account in like 4 weeks because I deposited on like October 27th and now it's November 15th. So a very short amount of time. But anyways, guys, those are the plays. Those are like the top 10 plays. Look at QI, still pumping 50%. You know, I bought $100,000 with this yesterday and now it's at 50%. That means I just made 50 grand in a day. Not too shabby. But anyways, guys, that is a wrap for today. Protect your money. Start focusing on not losing. Don't focus on winning, start focusing on not losing and protecting your capital. But if Bitcoin runs, we don't see a bull trap and things don't eat shit, these are some of the top 10 best plays that are gonna make you the biggest bang for your buck by the end of the year. Anyways, that's a wrap today, guys. Catch you in the next one. Let's see what happens.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump